Hello and welcome to Everyday Board Games. I'm your host Daniel,
And I'm your host, Daniel.
and today we're here with one of our bonus episodes with a live game show. Today's episode for our game show, we like to change it up every little time.
Yep.
We have a new one that was recommended by one of our listeners, and we thought it would be kind of funny. This is Play, Collect, or Cull. So this is, if you're familiar with like the other version,
Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Kiss, Marry, Kill, yeah. Which out of these three games that you're given the option for, which one would you collect and you'd put in your collection forever? Which one would you play if somebody had it? And which one would you cull from your collection to never be part of your life again? You have to make that difficult decision. We'll be doing that back and forth. We have 4 sets each because, of course, we do things in 8s. That's how we always do it.
That's how we do it. Yep. Top 8 debate led to this.
That's right. So we thought we would do this. It seems like a fun little episode. So this will be a bonus episode for our YouTube patrons and anybody else who watches
follows us live on Twitch.
Yeah, follows us live on Twitch. So tell us what you think and which answers you would agree with after or as you're watching this.
Yep.
Comment down below. So, Daniel, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to flip my coin of doom, and that will decide who will be giving the options first.
All right, so starting with me, your 3 choices for my first set are...
Okay, let me write these down just in case.
Yep, I would recommend writing them down.
Yep.
Federation.
Federation.
Fake Artist Goes to New York. And Blood Rage.
What is Federation?
That is that Euro game where it is a space federation, so you're trying to call interest into your group and stuff like that. It's kind of a worker placement.
I'll be honest, I do not know that one.
I thought you did. It was actually pretty popular for a little bit. It's just hard to get in the U.S.
Let's pull up a picture real quick, just for my sake of understanding, because that's a generic title.
Yeah,
and
so it looks really good. I've seen it in the wild at, I think, our local game store sells it, Game Vault.
Okay. Let's see here. Maybe it's just one I just don't remember,
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Be the most influential, yeah.
Absolutely nothing about this game. Okay. Cool art, though.
Yeah, no. I'm interested in this game.
All right, well, let me look at what it has to do. Interactive Euro game, double-sided worker placement mechanic. Double-sided worker placement. Okay, that's intriguing. I mean, Blood Rage is not amazing. It's fine. And I used to own Fake Artist Goes to New York, and I have culled it.
All right, but out of these 3, which one leaves your collection? Which one do you play? And which one do you collect?
Ugh. Okay. So I would cull Fake Artist.
Okay, because you've already done that.
Yeah, because I've already done it. Judging by how that sounds, I'd probably collect... Yeah, I would collect Federation, and then I would play Blood Rage.
All right. That's actually how I would go, too.
Yeah.
I own Blood Rage, but if I had to choose between Federation and Blood Rage, I would choose Federation, because it just looks really interesting.
That makes sense. All right, cool. Are you ready for your next one?
I'm ready for my choices.
All right, your 3 options are first, The Quest for El Dorado.
Okay.
The deck-building racing game.
Yep.
Tiny Epic Galaxies.
Ooh.
Or The Taverns of Tiefenthal.
Ooh. I've actually played all 3 of these.
I know.
This one's tough. I actually like all 3 of these games. I think Quest for El Dorado is a fantastic racing deck building game.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny Epic Galaxies is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite Tiny Epic game.
Yeah.
And Taverns and Tiefenfall is just fantastic.
Yeah. It's a great follow-up.
Yeah, what was the...
Give you a tough one, huh?
What was the original one?
Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Quacks, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. This is like the more strategic version of Quack. Well, I mean, it's not a version. It's...
All right, so the one I would play is Tiny Epic Galaxies.
Okay.
The one I would call is Quest for El Dorado.
Okay.
And I would collect Taverns of Tiefenfall. I really do enjoy that game.
All right.
I don't have it in my collection yet, but the keyword being yet.
Yet. You don't have any of these, do you? Or you got Tiny Epic?
I have... No, the only Tiny Epics I have is Dungeons and Quest.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome.
All right, moving on to my next one?
Yeah.
Or do you want to flip the coin?
No, let's keep going.
All right. So your next set is
Okay.
Pitch Car,
All right, pitch car. Okay.
Dune Imperium Uprising,
Can I answer already? No.
and Finca.
The new one?
Well, it's not new; it's a reprint, but Pandasaurus just reprinted it. Yes. And then Dune Imperium Uprising, and I was shocked about this, is 34 on BGG. By the way, I did not realize it was already that far up.
Cull is definitely Dune Uprising.
Yeah, I knew
I'm
that was
not a
going to be your
big fan.
call.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. Jeez, man. Yeah, collect pitch car and play Finca. Because it looks like it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you on that one. For me, if I were to do that set, I would. And it's funny, I'm going to say this. I would collect Dune Imperium. Actually, I would play Dune Imperium Uprising since I already have Dune Imperium. I would call Pitch Cart and I would keep Finca or collect Finca.
Yeah.
Just because
Cool.
I like Pitch Cart, but I don't need to have it in my collection.
See, I mean, I'm all about ridiculous dexterity. That's a big thing of mine. So, yeah, that hit me the right way. All right, ready for your round 2?
Yep.
All right, we have Star Realms.
Ooh. Which, by the way, has a family-friendly version coming out, so check that one out.
Yeah, definitely. Star Realms Academy.
Yep.
Cascadia.
Ooh.
And this one's going to be difficult for you. Isle of Skye. Because I know you haven't played it yet.
But I do own it.
But you do own it, and I know you're intrigued by it.
It's in that pile of shame behind me over there,
Yep.
so...
So do you stick with the ones?
This one is tough, though. This is really tough. Because I really do like Star Realms. I'm more of a fantasy realm kind of guy, just because I like the fantasy more so than the space stuff. But I like what they've done with Star Realms. I think that is a fantastic deck building game, especially when it comes to 2 players aspect. Cascadia, it's a Spiel des Jahres winner. What do we have to say about that one? With great art by Beth Sobel. Mm-hmm. And then Isle of Skye, this has always intrigued me. I do collect the Kinderspiels on this one, so this one's tough, but...
Real quick, not to sway your decision, but there was something cool that I found out about this. So our friends over at Thing 12, they just got in stock their game Puppy Pile that they're going to start fulfilling to backers, which is pretty cool. And one of the comments that's on it, like I saw on the Facebook post, Randy Flynn was like so excited for this, or excited for this, and I was like, Randy Flynn, that sounds familiar. He's the designer of Cascadia. Yeah. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
All right, so my calling is going to be Star Realms. I do like the game, but I actually legitimately called my fantasy realms. So
fair enough.
So that was kind of easy, kind of like what you did with Fake Artist Goes to New York.
Okay.
Here's where it's tough for me. Out of these 2 games, I think I know which one I would like more. Yeah. I have only played one of them, but I like the idea of Isle of Skye. I think I am going to collect Cascadia.
Okay.
Just because how simple and easy it plays.
Okay.
Isle of Skye looks like it's a next step Carcassonne style game where it's a little bit more complicated. I will play that, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's not going anywhere out of my collection because I collect the Kinderspiels, but out of those 2, I'd play Cascadia more, so therefore Isle of Skye goes into play.
There you go. All right.
All right, so for my 3rd set, I know for a fact that you like every single one of these games, but I'm interested in to see how you're going to go with this one.
All right.
You ready for your first one?
Let's go.
Tapestry.
Okay. Tapestry.
Radlands. And friend of the podcast, we've had them on twice, Brad Talton's Millennium Blades.
Oh, bro. That is brutal.
Right? Not to sway your vote or anything.
Yeah.
But I told you, you like all 3 of these games.
I do.
Because I think you said Tapestry is your 2nd or 3rd favorite Stonemaier right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wrote down my answers. I got to go with this. So Radlands, I do really like Radlands, but I have plenty of other 2-player games that have, similar head-to-head feel.
Yeah.
What it does is brilliant, and I love it. But my son was way more excited about it, so I gave it to him. So I've culled it from my collection, technically. Even though my son has it, so now I can play it anytime I want. But it's not my collection, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So Radlands is Cull. I've only ever played Tapestry once, but I really enjoyed it. And I love tracks. And
Yeah.
that's it.
And it's a lot of tracks. It's all about tracks.
It's all about tracks, which is I appreciate. But there's something about the absurdity of Millennium Blades that I gotta keep for that one for collection. So Tapestry is play, Radlands is Cull.
All right, sounds good. I don't disagree with what you're saying there. For me, I think it would reverse Tapestry and Millennium Blades.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for my next set.
Oh, you know what? I should rank the ones that I gave for you.
Yeah.
Tiny Epic Galaxy is collect because I like all the galaxies. Taverns of Tiefenthal, yeah, that's probably my play.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cull would be quest.
Same as I did.
Yeah. And then Star Realms, Cascadia, and Isle of Skye. That, you know, it's tricky because I collect all the spiels, but assuming it didn't win spiel, ooh, I'd probably, oh man, that'd be hard. Probably Cull, Star Realms, play Cascadia, and collect Isle of Skye.
Okay.
Right. So your next one, number 3.
All right, I'm ready.
Red Rising.
Ooh.
Dinosaur Island. And Agricola.
What's funny is I've actually called...
Hey, Warwick's Tapestry for the win. That's right. Nice meeting you. Thanks for joining us in.
I've called 2 of these 3 games.
Tapestry with all 3. Yeah.
I do have all the expansions. I've only played the first one, so...
Yeah.
But the one I am going to call, and this one's the easiest call for me, is Agricola. I like the game, but it's not my favorite game.
I figured that would be it.
Now, out of these 2...
Yep, Red Rising or Dinosaur Island.
I have called Dinosaur Island before, but I just got it back recently because of the Gamma Expo. So,
Yeah.
This one's tough. I like both of these games. I am going to say play Red Rising.
Okay.
For one special reason. I own the Collector's Edition of Red Rising, and the Collector's Edition components are rough. They're hard for my colorblindness. The metal cubes are nice, but they're rough on my colorblindness. And Dinosaur Island is fantastic, so I will collect Dinosaur Island and play Red Rising.
All right. And Warwick Star, tell us what you think on those.
All right, and your final one.
Okay.
I'm going to say this name. I think you know this one. Catacombs.
Yep.
All right. Slay the Spire, the board game.
Okay.
In Mansions of Madness, 2nd edition. And Warwick says Agricola is also known as Misery Farm.
As someone who loves Agricola, that's hilarious. Oh my god, that's so good. Welcome to the podcast, Warwick Star. That's brilliant.
This is the game show. The podcast was already recorded.
That's true. But that's awesome. Catacombs, Slay the Spire, or Mansions of Madness.
This one's tough.
Yeah, because 2 of them I haven't played. I've only played 1 of them, and I think that's probably going to be the Cull. The Slay the Spire... Yeah, I would collect Catacombs for sure, because a dexterity dungeon crawl just sounds awesome. I've never played it, but it sounds so cool.
You know what's funny? When I was writing it down, I was like, I'm surprised, damn it, Dom doesn't own this game, because...
Right.
It sounds like something he would collect.
Slay the Spire sounds really intriguing. I've been curious to try the video game.
Mm-hmm.
I might eventually buy it. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I've heard good things about the video game first, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll stick with that. Mansions of Madness is Cull. Collect Catacombs. Slay the Spire is.
So you would call 2nd edition Mansions of Madness interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I would call Slay the Spire.
Uh-huh.
It looks intriguing, but honestly, it's not something that really I want.
Yeah.
I would play Mansions of Madness 2nd edition. I would collect Catacombs. That sounds fun.
Catacombs sounds genuinely fun. I mean, you know my thoughts on thematic dexterity.
Yeah.
There's something
Pinball
I
right
just
behind your
enjoy
head.
about- Yes. Yeah. It's so good. And then I think for my number 3 that I gave for you, Red Rising, Dino Island, and Agricola. I'm collecting Agricola. I'd probably play Red Rising and probably Cull Dino Island, even though I haven't played it yet.
I don't know if you would really enjoy Dinosaur Island all that much.
I had the opportunity at one time, and then I had to leave. Right,
Yeah.
That was the only time I've ever been able to attempt to play it so far.
It's a fun game, but I think it's a little too busy for your liking.
Yeah, but even then,
And that was Dinosaur World that you stepped out.
Right? Oh, okay. All right, your last one. You ready?
Yep.
El Grande.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Gaia Project.
Ooh. I have its predecessor on my shelf of shame.
Yep, exactly. You need to try it. It's really good. Final Girl.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I already know what the collect is.
Yeah. I was afraid that would be so obvious.
Final Girl is my collect. The theme alone is what's going to intrigue me. I love horror themed games. I love horror movies in general, and that's basically all about the horror movies, especially when it comes to slasher films. That's my go-to horror.
Yeah.
Out of the next two, I'm intrigued by both of these games. I've played El Grande, and I do like it, but I don't know if it's really something I want, per se. I like the new version that just came out. It looks really nice. But there's something about Gaia Project, or what is the other one? The fantasy version of it,
Terra Mystica.
Terra Mystica. The way that game just intrigues me. I would collect that one, or I would play that one for sure. That game intrigues me so much because I like how it's asymmetrical and stuff like that. So Gaia Project is play, and Cull would be El Grande. I like El Grande. I think it's a fantastic game. But Dudes on the Map, Area Control, I think there's other games that I would collect over El Grande. So that's where I'm reasoning for calling.
I think with mine, I'd collect El Grande, play Final Girl, and probably Cull.
Gaia Project.
Because I like Terra Mystica. It is really fun. That's interesting. Bad at Gaia Project, but decent at Terra Mystica.
And I think it has to be probably with like the asymmetry too. The character powers might be a little different in Gaia Project. But all in all, I actually like the way this one played out, and I like how we got it up. Because like that second one, when I saw that, or that third one, Tapestry, Radlands, and Millennium Blades, I'm like, oh, he's gonna have so much fun on that.
That was a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe with a little bit more prep work, we'll have even more difficult decisions.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed that game show. As always, I've been your host, Daniel.
And I've been your host, Daniel.
And we're going to thank you for listening to Everyday Board Games.
And remember, every day is a good day for board gaming.